Welcome to the Friday Night Dim Day podcast. It's currently 12:45 on the 16th of... Wait, no, it must be the 17th. November 2018. My name is Hoy Lincoln. I'm currently in my room, yes. This is the first week that I've actually been in a real indoors place doing the podcast. We've had it in the shed, we've had it in cars, we've had it at campgrounds and stuff. Never before have we actually been indoors. So we're actually in my bedroom right now. Georgie's sitting next to me, but I've made her take a vow of silence. She's watching RuPaul right now. I'll sit up a little bit. It's quite nice. I've got a lamp. I don't have to flash a little torch. I've got a drink with me. It's just water though, because I've already had a couple drinks tonight. I've got some videos that I've been wanting to make and videos that I have already recorded, but they're all being backed up because I have a lot of UCOL work to do. I made a lot of progress in my UCOL work the past week, so I've just been grinding hard. Tomorrow I'm getting one of them printed out so that I can chuck it up in the big window. That's pretty good. Did a bunch of writing. I know this isn't interesting though, so I'll move on. How's the week been for you guys? Pretty good, I hope. How's mine been actually? Mine's been pretty good. Had my mum's birthday yesterday. Don't know what else to say really. I haven't been going to UCOL. Just been staying home doing the UCOL work. So it hasn't been a very memorable week. I've only got like 3 things written down in the book, besides my dream. Damn, I already took one off, which was UCOL progress. I did landscaping this week, as I do most weeks. We were in the square this week, lifting out bricks from outside the council buildings. The road was like caving on itself, had to scrape concrete off of bricks. Me and Georgie went out and bought heaps of presents for my mum's birthday. I'm sure she was happy. Bought her some like water jet speakers. They're fucking cool. We're considering buying some for the shed. Would be very fucking fresh. Yeah, so it was my mum's birthday yesterday. Look at that, I just skipped through the entire week. All the way from Saturday straight through to Thursday. That's fucking sad. That's how little I've been doing. Got a majority of her gifts from Kmart, which is kind of sad, but they were pretty good gifts. Like, it was pretty cool. We got her a magnetic egg timer. Hourglass, that's what it's called. A neon clock that you write on, and then it comes up with neon words. Incense. Lindt chocolate. Lindt chocolate's fucking amazing. The water jet speakers. Georgie got her a worry doll. It's like a little doll thing that you put under your pillow and it takes all your worries away. Some soap, which smelled pretty good. Honey. We got her some Pohutukawa flavoured honey. Whole family came over. One of my sisters is very pregnant. She could be giving birth at any moment, and my other sister just got engaged this week, which is exciting, I guess. I don't think we'll be able to go to the wedding though, because they're having it fucking overseas in Australia or some shit, and I'm too poor to do that. Good times. One of my other sisters came down from Wellington. I have 3 sisters, if you guys don't know. They're all older than me. My sister, she asked me about buses, because she was trying to get a bus into town. Me and Georgie decided to be nice and generous and give her a ride into town, because we were going to get movies out from the store. We didn't even end up doing that. But we took my sister to the plaza, and we dropped her off at the plaza. And we just pulled up in a park, and we were like, there's no reason for us to be at the plaza, but it feels right. It feels like we should go in. Like, we don't have anything to buy, but we should just have a look. Went into the plaza, went head beam straight for Kmart. I do that every time, but, you know, I'm just going to say it's fate this time. And we walked into Kmart, and we walked straight to the toy section, and we saw this big dinosaur, big T-Rex, and it was only $10, and it was made so good, and it was like filled with sand. It's like a nice rubber dinosaur. It's fucking awesome. It's really cool. We were like, oh, should we buy it? So Georgie was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. We were just hanging around with it. We went to get $5 combos from Carl's Jr. because they have these $5 combos on now. I don't know how long they've been doing them, but they're pretty good. Just tastes like a Burger King one, really. We went through the drive-through, and the lady at the counter thing, she saw the dinosaur that I was holding. It was pretty funny, actually. As she opened the door thing, I went, yo, is that supposed to be its dick? To this little lump between its legs. And, yeah, she definitely heard me. And then she went, my son's birthday the other day, he got one of those. Yeah, we've been having fun flicking toy cars out of its mouth. We're like, oh yeah, really? I was like, that's pretty cool. We were trying to think of like a name for this dinosaur. It was just hard coming up with a name, you know? Like, it's hard to come up with a name that's quite perfect for the dinosaur. And since this lady brought it up, I was like, right, what's this lady's name? And this lady's name was Jens. It said Jens on her name badge. So we decided to name it Jens. I don't know if it's a girl or boy, but that's what its name is, Jens. I did recording for a video that I intend on releasing yesterday, but as I said, they're going to be backed up for quite a while. I'm going to give it like 2 to 3 weeks before I'm going to be able to do videos and stuff. I have a lot of videos set to come out. I'll probably try and make a video for each UCOL exhibition piece, so that's like 4, then plus the one I recorded yesterday, the one I recorded today, just before, and I want to do a Pimp My Shed Part 2, because they got some pretty good reception, and it was fun to make. So I'm going to try and make one of those. Damn, I've already run through everything in my book. This has been going for 9 minutes. That's probably the fastest time that I've run through all that. It's quite nice being in my room. It's not like cold or anything. I can just relax, just sitting here in a nice t-shirt and shorts, you know. That's how boring my week's been. That's fucking it. I was supposed to link up with a couple of friends this week, but that fell through. Would have been cool though. I think we're like postponing it. Dan Brown, I hope you're listening. I've been lacking on the questions. Everyone listens, I need to get some questions, man. I'm dying out here. I promise there's going to be more interesting stuff next week. The podcast is dying, is it not? It totally is. Pretty sure the first episode got like 40 something views. Last week's one had 9 views. Just tears me up, you know, just tears me up. But it's okay, it's good for me, it's good for me. I'm slowly starting to become not as sick from that fucking bullshit the other week. What have I eaten today? Fuck, I don't know. My dad made some like quinoa, vegetarian, vegan chicken stuff. It was actually pretty nice. There was some food left over from my mum's birthday, so I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm hungry. And I got up, walked into the lounge, ate a like leftover cheesecake that was in a bowl. I was like, fuck it, it's been left out all night, I don't care, I'm gonna eat that shit. I'm hungry. Ate some like old chili Philly that was sitting in there. Not chili Philly, chili Philly's fucking good though. It was just normal Philadelphia cream cheese. I actually did go into the kitchen and try to find the sweet chili sauce. I was unsuccessful, so I just had to use normal Philly. Go follow me on my Instagram. It's Hoyer Lincoln. It'll be in the description. I'm sure that I'll be uploading some artworks quite soon because my exhibitions are coming to an end. My conspiracy ones, actually, I really like it. It's quite cool. I started making the poster this week, and I had an idea. I was like, kind of wanted to be like an occultist poster, like kind of Satanist looking. And so I did that, and it came out like better than I expected. Fuck, I don't know what to talk about. I'm such a boring human being. I don't want to go straight into the dream segment so fast though. Right at the start, when I started doing the dream segment, I really wanted to have it like on the late edge of the podcast, like towards the end, but it always seems to come up so fast. And that's just how it is, so that's just the way it's got to be, you know. Maybe I should do good deed of the week before I do the dreams one, actually. I had 2 good deeds of the week, but I forgot one. The first one, I'm pretty sure I was at the warehouse. I think I might know what it is, actually. Because me and my mum went to the warehouse so I could buy frames for my UCOL work. And as we were walking out, there was like a giant horde of people. And there was this lady in a mobility scooter, and everyone was just like cutting her off. She was waiting to get into the warehouse. So me and my mum stepped behind the vending machine and let her go through. And she was like, thank you. And she sounded very genuine. So that's my first good deed of the week. My second good deed of the week is at work, Jesse dropped his scraper that he was using to scrape the concrete off the bricks. So I picked it up for him, gave it back to him. He was very grateful too. He was like, oh, thank you, bro. And I was like, yeah. Bad deed of the week? Yeah, I've got a bad deed of the week. I don't know if I should talk about it though. It was borderline, like I might be able to get a fine. So I'm not going to talk about it. If you follow my private Instagram, you might know what it is. I mean, not that it was me or anything. No, it wasn't me. I just took a photo with it. It wasn't even me. I've been watching a lot of old videos from my old 2 favourite YouTubers, German and Star. They used to be the biggest TF2 YouTubers. If you guys don't know, I played Team Fortress 2 fucking a lot back in the day. They were the best TF2 YouTubers, in my opinion, so I used to watch them all the time. And then they quit TF2 and they went to go streaming, and then they stopped being friends because there was a big argument. And they became friends again about 3 months ago. I didn't know because I wasn't keeping up with their business, but once I went back to have a look, figured out they're friends again, I was ecstatic. You don't care though, do you? Nah, didn't think so. I don't know. I'm just going to read the dream segment out because I'm running out of shit to say already. Alright, so this was on Wednesday night. I had 2 dreams this week actually, but I don't know if I'll say the other one because it was like not actually that good. I guess I could say it because got a lot of fucking time to fill. Okay, so Wednesday night. I was at my nan's house and everyone was being mean to me upstairs, so I went downstairs to sulk. You take a selfie?
Not Harry.
Have you watched this video yet? If you guys haven't watched Moffy's new video, there you go. Go watch it. Say to him that we're recording the podcast and tell him to send a audio through. If he sends one through, we'll put that audio clip in. Anyway, the dream, I'll just start over again. I was at my nan's house and everyone was being mean to me upstairs, so I went downstairs to sulk. I thought about taking a guitar and going down to the ocean for the night. I noticed that the garage door was closed, so I couldn't get out of the house. I heard someone upstairs saying how everyone should leave me alone because I couldn't get out. Then the guy opened the garage door with the remote, so they weren't trying to get me to escape or anything. They were just like, "Oh no, don't worry, he'll never escape. The only way that he could escape is if these doors were open, see?" And then he opened the garage door to show them. After he opened the door, I grabbed the guitar and snuck out of the open garage door. It was closing behind me. I went down the side of the house and climbed under a sharp stick hedge. It was dead and had no leaves on it. I got under to the other side and there was a giant field. It was night time. I started walking around and ran into someone. We were talking for a while and just walking around and stuff like that. We eventually found a dead cat and I came to the conclusion that I'd smashed it with my guitar. It was quite weird. I was like, I saw the dead cat and I was like, oh, I smashed that with my guitar. It didn't even show me that I killed the cat with the guitar. I was just like, oh, that was pretty sad of me. We saw some people searching for us across the field on the far end. Me and the other guy stood still, but they still saw us. They started running towards us, and then I saw that they were cops. We started running. I knew that they were only looking for me, but if they caught up with us, they had to arrest the other guy as well. I turned and ran in another direction so that the other guy could get away. The cops caught up to me quite fast. I tried to jump over a little barrier into a car park. While jumping, I looked behind me and knew that they were going to catch me. I decided to stop running, turn around and stand still and face them. I did a pose because I knew they were recording the pursuit and I thought the video would be cool to have on my funeral slideshow. They kept running and tackled me over, my face scraped along the concrete ground. So that was my dream. I actually enjoyed that dream. It wasn't a scary dream or anything. I don't know what it was about, I just enjoyed it. So this is the analysis. I'm looking for meaning in a life issue and I need to learn from my disappointments to be happy. I'm expressing intense emotion and considering spiritual refreshment. I'm tired of my daily monotony and need to escape from a restrictive situation or attitude. There is an obstacle blocking my progress that has dashed my hopes and dreams. When I escape this obstacle, I will be free and happy, but there will always be the shadow of a major setback. I'm being overwhelmed by life's challenges and am running from my issues. I have tendencies of punishing myself. I'm running from authority and control. I have to take risks to overcome my obstacles. There is something in life that I'm still trying to understand. I have issues with self-esteem and measuring up to expectations. I'm asserting myself to authority and making my feelings known. This authority is stopping me from achieving my goals. So I feel like that week's analysis was pretty positive enough, I guess. Better than some other weeks. That's it. Drop my phone. I'm just going to lay back a little bit. I'm not enjoying this podcast. I feel like this week was just fucking boring as. If you've lasted this long into the podcast, I salute you. Thank you so much. You do care. What was it in? There was something in that dream bit that I wanted to talk about actually. Oh, the funeral slideshow. So those who don't know, I have one purpose in life. And that purpose is to create a fucking awesome funeral slideshow. So for about a year, I've been taking the time to create my own funeral slideshow for when I die. And it's not going to be a normal funeral slideshow, right? I'm going to have videos, audio clips. It's going to be nice and cinematic. It's going to be photos. There's going to be edited. It's just going to be great. It's going to be drawings and shit. I can't wait. I wish that I could watch my own funeral. Imagine if I die and just no one cares about me anymore, and then no one turns up at my funeral, and I just have my slideshow would never be seen. I'd be fucking pissed off. My mum got upset when I told her that I was making a funeral slideshow. I was like, yeah, can I get all the photos out? She was like, why? I was like, oh, I'm gonna scan them so that I can make my funeral slideshow. And she was like, no, you're not gonna die. Don't make the funeral slideshow. Don't call it a funeral slideshow. Call it a life slideshow. I was like, yeah, okay. I'm still going to call it the funeral slideshow because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it sad as. I want to have a sad funeral. Not even a sad funeral, I just want to have a sad funeral slideshow. Me and Georgie did grocery shopping together for the first time. Went to Countdown, was getting a bunch of stuff. The trolley was just filled with the kids' lunch stuff, kind of, at first. We started getting some better stuff. Georgie bought this apple and black currant flavoured fizzy. I opened it on the first night that we got it, and I had a sip, and I gave it to Georgie to have a drink, and I thought she'd tried it, but she hadn't, and she just gave it back to me, and I put it back in the fridge. Then I had work, and after work, I was just oh, the apple and black currant's calling out to me, and I went and I just guzzled loads and loads and loads, and there was not much left, and then went flat because I left it open and stuff like that. And Georgia didn't get any, and she doesn't drink flat drinks. She's quite picky when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, I finished it off. Oh, Lee Snack. We bought more Lee Snacks as well. I'm going to eat one right now. I talked about Lee Snacks about 2 weeks ago. The method that I've been using since we've had Lee Snacks, I've been putting a little bit of cheese on the first cracker, a little bit of cheese on the second cracker, and then scooping all the rest out and having big cheese on the last cracker. That's what I've been doing. So here goes down cracker number 1. Cracker number 2. Oh shit. I just broke the last cracker. Oh fuck, I did it again. You can't even argue. Lee Snacks are just great. I think I've just decided that I don't want to read out the second dream actually. It was just not that interesting at all. And I need to get on track to some good shit. Real quick, before people stop listening. Thank you to the one person that's still listening. My star sign, I'm a Cancer. Do I have pets? Yes, I have one cat. His name's Ninja. He's a fucking dickhead, but he's cool as well. It's quite hard to explain the relationship that me and that cat have. It's like, we both just like, respect each other, but from a distance. When he's in need, I pull through for him, and I don't know what he does for me. He's just a dick. But sometimes we share times of mutual appreciation. Like when the kids were around the other day, my nephew was chasing Ninja around, and Ninja was having none of it. Like, he fucking didn't like it at all. He was trying to get away. And I was like, fucking poor Ninja. Like, he's a dick, but he doesn't deserve that. And me and Ninja have a special bond when he's in distress. What I did was I went over and I picked Ninja up and I started holding him. And that made my nephew be like, oh, well, I can't chase him anymore. So he just left him alone and went and sat down. And I was like, yeah, I fucking got your back, Ninja. And then he just sat in my arms for a little bit. And I like moved my arms off him so that he could move because I was fucking sick of him. Stinky little bastard. And he was like getting fucking fur on my face. And I'm like, get hay fever from you, get off me. Hopped off eventually. One of my mum's friends came over yesterday for her birthday. One of her dogs is blind as fuck. And some funny shit happened because he was blind. Like, it's sad. It's sad that he's blind. But it's just funny watching him, you know? It's like he's just oblivious. He like started walking into my room. And I have like 3 steps that lead down into my room. And he got to the edge of the step. And he was just like, I was like, no, Connor, don't you go down those steps. And I had to like lure him off, but he was like teetering on the end of those steps. He was about to faceplant his shit down those steps. And then he tried to come to my room another time. And he just walked straight in the door. Funny stuff, but it's still sad. Funny story about that dog actually. When he was young, he was really boisterous and he'd run around, he'd be barking, playing, like non-stop playing. That dog just ran non-stop. And I was also quite young at the time. And I'd play with him, and I'd like lay down on the ground, and we'd wrestle around, and I'd be like laying there, and he'd be like just playing with me, you know. And I used to think it was so fun. And now that I'm a little bit older and wiser, I realised that he was actually humping me. Oh, here we go. I'll finish the story, and then I'll put the Harrison voice message in because he just sent one. Yeah. So I realised that the dog was actually humping me when I was little, and my godmother, she used to own the dog. I remember her telling me, she was like, oh, Hoya, maybe don't play with Connor on the ground like that, because sometimes he tends to pee a little bit. And I was like, that's kind of silly. Silly dog. He should know when to hold his bladder. And now, you know, I just realised that she was meaning that he would come on me. Is that a good story? Yeah, thanks, I hope so. Let's read this out.
Yeah, it's Muffy playing Minecraft.
Alright, so that was a message from YouTube user /Moffy. Channel link in the description. Releases videos occasionally. It's a good treat. Let's read something else out from the back of the book. My favourite comedian. I have watched a fair bit of stand-up comedy in my time. I love Eddie Murphy Raw. That's fucking hilarious. Like, when it comes to it, I feel like black comedians just outclass white ones by fucking centuries, you know. Like, Eddie Murphy's great. My favourite comedian is a white man though. It just so happens. His name is Frankie Boyle. He's a Scotsman. He makes some very fucking outlandish jokes. about, pedophiles and stuff like that. But, I've been watching Lavelle, what's his last name? It's like this big fat black dude. He's fucking hilarious as now as well. Lavelle Corday or something like that. He's fucking great. He sounds like that racist Uncle Tom from the Boondocks. He's like, oh yeah, listen here. No, I can't do it. Least favourite comedian, Amy Schumer. She's gross as. I don't know. That's just it. I just don't like Amy Schumer. She's fucking disgusting. Yep, that's all I have to say about that. The first movie that I saw at a cinema. I went when I don't know how old I was probably like 2 or 3 years old, and I went to the movies with my 2 cousins, my sister, and my cousin's mum. We went and we saw the Lilo and Stitch movie, and I remember it being a good time. There's a little spider dangling from my lamp. So I saw Lilo and Stitch the movie, and I remember my cousin's mum bought us like one of those little children's movie trays. You got like popcorn, lollies, and an ice cream and a drink. And I remember I was really excited for my ice cream. It was like one of those rainbow coloured ones, and I went to go lick the ice cream, and it just dropped, and it dropped all over my hoodie and shit. And I was always like, oh, that's a memory that sticks with me, that does. One of my very early memories. And the thing was that I expected it to have stained my hoodie, and when I got home it just wasn't anywhere to be seen on my hoodie. Very strange. And we got Harry Potter every flavoured Birdie Beans. I can't remember what they're called. Every flavoured Dirty Beans. Birdie Bots every flavoured beans. And we got home and we just chucked all the gross ones in the fire. It was quite fun. Caramelised them. Yeah, that was the first movie I watched at the cinema. I have some bad cinema experiences. The first bad cinema experience I had, I was seeing Madagascar. It was my 8th birthday, and I went to the movies with my dad and my sister. There was this fucking annoying little bitch. She was younger than me, I think. She was younger than me, and she was talking the whole movie, and I was like, this fucking bitch, really fucking rude. And then she finally simmered down, and I leaned over and whispered something to my dad. I don't remember what it was. I whispered it. She was yelling the whole fucking movie. I whispered something to my dad, and she went, I'm trying to watch the movie. And I was like, you fucking bitch. And then I got up and I started choking her, and I picked her up and choked. No, I'm joking. I didn't do that. I was just really pissed off at her. Didn't say anything back though. Often I wonder where that person is in the world right now. My second bad cinema experience, me and my sister went to go watch Despicable Me. I don't know why we saw Despicable Me. My parents were watching Enter the Dragon, I think, and we went to go see Despicable Me for some reason. Fucking pissed me off. I really wish I saw Enter the Dragon on the big screen instead. But yeah, it was just this baby was fucking crying the whole time. That's pretty much it. There's a very underappreciated method at the movie theatre in the seating. Everyone goes to the back, right? So people go to the back, or people go, oh yeah, go to the middle, because everyone goes to the back and the middle's good, because no one goes to the middle. But then, what you really got to do is you got to go to the front. And people say, oh, fucking nah, don't go to the front, because then you got to lean your head all the way back and it strains your neck. Well, there's a better fucking theory. You go to the front, because no one ever goes in the front, so it's always free. And you lay down on the floor. Bring like a bag full of clothes or some shit. Have a pillow, nest your head up, it's just a good time. Me, Georgie and Hattie did it in Wellington. We went to go see A Quiet Place, shit movie. Did that, it was fun time. That's all I have to say about that. You gotta do that once in your life, I reckon. Lay down in the movie theatre. Gotta make your own fun when life's this fucking boring. Invent a monster. This is quite a fun one that I put down in my book. I didn't actually give this any thought, so I'm gonna be making a monster up on the spot. And you have to give it a name. So, I'm going to be creating a monster. Let's actually flick to a page and draw this monster. Here we go, this is going to take some fucking skills. Alright, a monster. I'm going to give it some, big, dopey stoner eyes. I'll start them off looking like that. How long's this podcast been going for? 41 minutes, that's good. Feels like it's been going shorter than that. So I guess I'll do this monster, chill out and end the podcast, I guess. So, just give him some stoner eyes. I've been wanting to incorporate like a TV that rolls across the screen in the podcast, so that I can actually put up photos and videos and stuff like that. That'd be quite cool, don't you think? Let's put some cheekbones or something. Alright, so the stoner eyes are almost done. Very nice. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give him a cute little pussycat nose. Yeah, I am indeed. It's starting to look like the fucking big dragon thing off the Neverending Story, to be honest. I'm going to give it some little reindeer horns. Whenever I draw monsters and stuff, I tend to give them just normal devil horns. So I'm trying to go out of the box a little bit and create a brand new monster. Alright, these horns are starting off nice, a little bit bigger than I intended, but, you know, it's not the size that matters. Okay, now they're way too fucking big. You want to paint a happy little tree. I don't really fuck with pencils, to be honest. Like, I've drawn on pencils before, but pencils, not for me. If you're going to make a line, you're going to make a line. You've got to stick your balls out if you're going to draw. Nothing against people that use pencils. I've seen some good pencil users in my life. I'm going to give it some like floppy dog ears, not big ones though, like the floppy triangle ones that cool dogs have. I'm going to actually pause the podcast here, finish drawing it, and then just explain what I've done. Okay? Cool. Alright, so I'm back. So I've drawn me my fucking demon spawn thing. So as I said, it has stoner eyes, reindeer horns, floppy dog ears with earrings, cute little cat nose, and underbite. It has 2 protruding teeth from the underbite. It is a furry animal. It has a little mohawk thingy, so the body's covered in fur. It has long arms, and the elbow joints have horns sticking out the back for protection. The body kind of looks like a gorilla / Sasquatch kind of thing. It has a big squirrel tail, and it has a heavy duty butthole for all the bones and stuff that it has to digest. It has kangaroo kind of looking legs, with sloth looking claws for the hands. I don't think I like this creature. It's a bit fucking trash for me. I'm going to call it the Sab, S-A-B. Alright, so I've dubbed this creature the Sabnatheron, and it stands at about 7.2 feet tall. Yeah, I don't like it that much. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this podcast. I know it's kind of a weird one. You can finally go to bed. You can finally get on with your day. I'd really like to thank you for listening to this podcast. You in particular, because I know that you're a lonely person listening to this podcast. Because I know that nobody makes it this far in. But to you, I love you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sharing this Sabnatheron with me. I'll see you next week, buddy. Good night.